Well, good morning YouTubers. The DJI drone. I've just been flying for 23 minutes, recorded in 4K video, 1080 video, perfectly stabilized with a 2-axis gimbal. I've been taking beautiful photographs with its 13 megapixel camera. I've flown up to 80 meters with my telephone, 80 meters in altitude, still kept the signal, and almost 250 meters in distance. It's a baby drone, palm sized. So my question is, why all the hype over the DJI Spark? So here's the thing, I'm not saying that I dislike the Spark in any way, shape or form. I think it's a great little starter drone, exactly the same as this DJI drone. But the thing that's frustrating me right now is the reviews out there from big YouTubers, big drone people, talking about the Spark like DJI have reinvented the wheel. This is not a dig at DJI, fair play to them. They've brought out a little drone, the marketing's brilliant, everybody's jumped on board and is promoting the drone, buying it. It's not particularly cheap, but it definitely fits the market. But here's the thing, would I recommend buying a Spark? Am I going to buy a Spark? No. Would I recommend that you buy the DJI drone? No, I wouldn't. Because I don't think right now that either of these drones are that great. And I also think in a couple of months' time, we will see a lot more of these smaller drones on the market. They will come with a 3-axis gimbal. It will be full 4K, 30 frames per second. We will get 1080, possibly 48 frames per second, even 60 frames per second. And I'm sure, yes, DJI and DJI will upgrade with firmware updates. But right now, I certainly wouldn't be buying one of these small drones. Yes, they're fun, and they're ideal as starter drones. But for me, give me a Mavic any day. For $300–400 more, I'm with the Mavic all day. Better camera, better flying ability, and a lot more fun. And I really don't think that these small drones are much fun. Selfie drone, well, do you remember selfie sticks? People were killing themselves with selfie sticks. People taking photographs on the edge of cliffs and falling over. And my one fear with these tiny little drones, the way they're being marketed, is before we know it, we're on a beach, we're lying there relaxing, having a beer or a cocktail, and surrounding us are tiny little buzzy drones taking selfies. No, certainly not for me. But the DJI drone, that's what this video's about. It's an okay drone, a good starter drone. In some aspects I would say it's better than the Spark. Obviously the flight time is a big issue. You know, this little baby will give you 23 minutes, and I have had 23 minutes. I've also had 17, I've also had 19. And that will be the same as the Spark. You might end up getting only 11 minutes with the Spark at times. But anyway, picture quality, 1080p, 30 frames per second, very good. It's pretty stable. It is only a 2-axis gimbal with no EIS. And I really do feel that this drone needs EIS as well, the same as the Spark, to give the footage just that little bit more stability. Photographs are very good. Obviously the drone a lot of the time is stable when it's taking photographs, so the photographs are very good. Feima Robotics seem to be doing lots of firmware updates, and you know, possibly in another couple of months I'd say go and buy this drone. If you're looking for longer flight time, it does shoot 4K, but at the moment it's 4K 20 frames per second, which certainly isn't usable for most of us. We'd much prefer a 24 or at 30 frames per second. That would be absolutely fantastic. Pop this baby up to 4K 24, 30 frames per second with EIS, because the chipset can handle that. Then I think this drone is potentially a competitor. You know, I've gone over the flight time, I've gone over the camera, the gimbal, detachable battery, etc. But it does have some quite nice flight modes. Visual leaving, tracks you through the app, off it flies, gets that iconic taking away shot, which is very nice. Has a follow me mode in different directions, so it can either be from behind you filming or in front of you, so that's quite nice as well. And an orbit mode, and we all like those iconic shots, the orbit mode, walking along or surrounding a building. It has that as well, so it does have some nice features. I will try out those modes in a little bit more depth and maybe do a final video on that for you guys, but at this stage that's the DJI drone. I do like the drone, but I'm not a great lover of these smaller drones, I have to be honest. I said that I was looking for something to throw in my bag when I was traveling, and the Mavic will still do that for me all day long. And the Mavic gives me far greater distances. It allows me to get those iconic shots, which these smaller drones do not. However, it is good fun for people that are maybe getting used to piloting drones, their very first drone. To buy something at an entry level of $500, I personally still think it's a lot of money. And I think that if you're a newbie droner, then why not buy something in the, you know, sub $100 mode, $299, $199, to get used to droning? Because I think once you've got used to droning with a small little baby, then you'll move on to something that's a lot better.